From under the sofa to a R1 million smile, Palapala accused drops 250k on gold grills.
Our hijab was forcibly removed off our head.
Stripped naked, shackled and humiliated, Flotilla Sumut aid workers recount ordeal at the hands of Israel. And from anime hit to global charts, K-pop Demon Hunters stars strike platinum with golden. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
EWN, in touch, in tune and independent.
Detained and reportedly tortured, 6 South Africans from the Gaza aid flotilla have returned home with harrowing stories of their time in Israeli captivity.
Our hijab was forcibly removed off our head when other Muslim women, their hijabs were not removed off their head. Both of us were forced behind a screen, pushed against a wall, our head pushed against a wall and completely stripped naked in front of IOF soldiers.
The 6 activists from the global Sumut flotilla landed at OR Tambo International Airport this morning. They were among dozens of international volunteers trying to deliver humanitarian aid to war-torn Gaza. Released earlier this week, the group flew home via Jordan.
On our arrival in Ashdod, we came to the realization that there will never be justice on stolen land, and we were harshly dealt with by the brutal Israeli regime. We were handcuffed with cable ties, tied tightly behind our backs, taken off our boats and put on the platform, paraded for all the Israelis and the allies in Europe and the West and the global community to see.
Hamas says optimism is growing in indirect ceasefire talks with Israel, with the group submitting a list of prisoners it wants freed in exchange for Israeli hostages. Mediators from Qatar, Turkey and the US, including Jared Kushner, met in Sharm el-Sheikh to discuss a 20-point peace plan proposing a ceasefire, hostage swaps, Hamas's disarmament and a gradual Israeli withdrawal from Gaza. 250,000 rand. That's what a social media famous dentist says he was paid to make gold grills for Emanuela David, the man accused of robbing President Cyril Ramaphosa's Palapala farm. Testifying in the Modimolle Regional Court, the dentist said David contacted him via Instagram in 2021. Benoni car salesman also took to the stand, telling the court David tried to buy a luxury car in cash using US dollars. David and his 2 co-accused are charged with breaking into the president's farm in 2020 and stealing $580,000 US dollars in cash.
The dentist says David paid 80% of the deposits before coming to the shop for measurements.
Once the grills were finished and I was happy with the fit and this and that, I met with accused number 1, delivered the grills, put them in. Once I was happy that they fit and he was happy, he paid his balance and then finished.
The dentist says David gave him verbal consent to post a picture of him wearing the grills on the company's Instagram page. However, the defense says this was done without David's consent. Thabiso Koba, Eyewitness News, Limpopo.
KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Mkhwanazi says only the police can guarantee his family's safety. He told the ad hoc committee probing his allegations of police corruption and interference that he cannot afford private security and relies entirely on the police for protection. Mkhwanazi is back in the stand today answering questions from MPs about his safety and the threats he faces.
I don't have money, Honorable Chair and members, to hire bodyguards for my family members. It's impossible. I cannot do that. So their safety can only be guaranteed by men and women in blue that are out there that's supposed to be protect everyone else.
The widower of Navy officer Gillian Hector plans to sue the SA Navy and Defence Department for neglect. She died when a submarine was struck by rough seas off Komiki. Commander Romero Hector says a classified report shows the SAS Mantatisi was never authorized to conduct the naval exercise that led to the tragedy.
This was not an accident. this could have been prevented and the people responsible to be held accountable.
Acting Police Minister Feroz Kachalia says he's not satisfied with the Western Cape's anti-gang plan, calling it too vague. This as police table a national strategy in Parliament after an 18% spike in gang-related murders.
490 gang-related deaths have been recorded in the province between April and September, 23 of them under the age of 18 and 5 under the age of 14. Acting Police Minister Feroz Kachalia has told the Select Committee on Security and Justice the nitty-gritty of the plan cannot be shared in a public forum.
I believe in this plan. What is going to be critical is how it's implemented over time, and here I think public accountability will be important, but also trust between communities and the police.
The plan presented to the committee today includes bolstering policing by deploying officers from outside of the province. Kachalia says it will also include intelligence capabilities, which have been lacking in the past.
The resources are now being made available to assist the Provincial Commissioner in his efforts.
He says strengthening community policing will be critical to the success of the plan.
The people of Johannesburg are not going to allow somebody that must be looking after great-grandchildren to come here and run with people who are fit, energetic like Kunene. Our people are going to vote for me. They are not going to vote for a reject of Cape Town here.
Ageist politicking and scant on ideas. Kenny Kunene used his first day back as MMC to take aim at Helen Zilla's age, saying the DA heavyweight is, quote, too old for politics. Kunene was reappointed this week after an internal Patriotic Alliance probe cleared him of wrongdoing following his visit to the home of alleged underworld figure Katiso Katie Molefe, accused of orchestrating the murder of DJ Sambodi. The PA had threatened to pull out of the government of national unity if Kunene wasn't reinstated.
I know how to turn around the city. I've turned around transport department. I've turned around its entities. I know what needs to be done in Johannesburg.
Some residents in Plastic City in Brakpan say they were never notified of the eviction that is currently taking place. The city of Kunene has been conducting their operation of removing illegal businesses operating on the land since yesterday. Plastic City, which is an illegal trading zone, has been plagued with many cases of violence. A resident and chairperson, Maxwell John, says they are being punished for all the illegal miners operating in the area.
Even now, they are destroying our places, but we don't even know where we're going to go. They say they will take us to another place, but it's us, people with IDs, that are affected.
The stars of Netflix's anime hit K-pop Demon Hunters were surprised with a platinum record for their viral song Golden. Performing as the fictional group Huntrix, the trio made their late-night debut on Jimmy Fallon, delivering a high-energy set that dominated charts and TikTok feeds. The film has become one of Netflix's biggest animated hits, fusing K-pop flair with anime action and turning Huntrix into global pop icons. We'll leave you with that. Don't forget to download our EWN app.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.